Dear brothers and sisters, let us continue our journey. We are going to continue with the Rosary for the whole coming week and also with the catechetical pills for the whole coming week. So let us go back to the sorrowful mystery. Today is Friday. Friday reminds us about the Passion of Christ. Fridays and Thursdays, the days of the sorrowful mystery. So I'm going to just mention a little bit the third, the sorrowful mystery, the coronation, the crown with thorns. Jesus is crowned with thorns. Some of the people who study the Bible a lot, the exegists, so to say, those who truly go deeply into the history and customs, some of them they say that actually the crown of thorns, was sewn, you know, into the head of Jesus. If you touch your head, you see that the skin moves, right? You can pull actually, especially the people old like me, you can actually pull the skin that is on your skull. So some of the exegists, those who study the Bible, they say that actually the crown of thorn was with a thread made, a texture made out of plants, was actually sewn, right, with a needle around the head of Jesus, so that it would not fall away. Those who had the privilege, but actually not, if we make a good use of the internet, if you Google these two words, holy, santo, holy shroud, uh, Shroud, holy shroud of Turin, Turin, Turin. You know, the city where the Winter Olympic Games took place in 2005, something like that, 2006. There is there actually a relic. Many believes it was the shroud, the linen shroud, who covered the body of Jesus when he was in the tomb. Others don't. But you can see that what happened to this man, let's say, who was covered with this linen, is exactly what happened to Jesus Christ, down to the details. And you can see the wounds here, the drops of blood. You can see the countenance, the image of his face. And you could see the wounds done by the crown of thorn. What does it mean, this of the crown of thorn? Very simply, many times we need to crucify our thoughts. You see, when you are crucified, you cannot move your hands, you cannot move your feet. In other words, you cannot do what you want. So, the, to be crowned with thorns for us means that we need to crucify our ideas, our thoughts, thinking that I am the center of the universe, that I am the one who determined the world around me. I am the one who has to decide the life of my wife, the life of my children. I am, I am, I am. I am not. I'm not the center of the universe. I am not the one that has to determine the life of the others. God is the one that chooses what is the best life that the people may live. I may try to see what is the best for my children, but at the end is the Lord who has the best answer, the best solution. And what was the best solution in life for Christ? To be crucified. Can you believe that? That for a man, this, once this horrific torture is the best. Because it was the best for us. When you love, whatever suffering you have to take, you take it. If that is the best for the other person. So to crucify our will, to crucify our thought, our mentality, our ideas, our way of doing things. And let us also speak about the fourth mystery, Christ carrying with his cross. In the tradition, in the way of the cross, Jesus Christ falls 3 times with the cross, as a sign that many times we experience our weaknesses. That many times we are weak, somos débiles. Many times it feels like we fall, and many times we do fall with our cross. It feels like we cannot do it anymore. When you say, I can take this anymore, ya basta. When you feel that you are tired of your husband, of your children, of the school, of your classmates, of your life, of yourself, and you say, that's it. You want to throw the towel, and we fall. We fall to the ground many times, meaning that we lose hope. But in that situation, the love of Christ is still there, and still Christ gives you the strength to pick up your cross. What is the cross? The cross is something that oppresses you, something that makes you suffer, but at the same time is what makes you holy, is what allow you to see the providence of God, the love of God, that God loves you, that God is with you. The cross is the one that saves you from hell. The cross saves you literally. Because of the cross of Christ, we were forgiven, we were saved. Because of the cross of Christ, we can experience that it's possible to love the others. It's possible to give our life. Without the cross, we are condemned to live for ourselves. This is hell, when we live for ourselves. And so, many times we may fall, yes, many times we may fall into despair, but the Lord is there. God the Father never abandoned his Son when he was going on his way to Calvary, to Golgotha, to be crucified. And it's the same for us. Much more, because we are weak, we are humans. So let us give thanks to the Lord. Because when you crucify our thought, when you enter into faith and you said, okay, let the will of God be done, I'm going to let God lead my life. And when we feel that we are tired and we want to give up, in those moments, God is there. The problem is that we don't look for him. So this is why prayer is very important. To pray the rosary, even though sometimes we are tired, even though sometimes we may fall asleep, even though sometimes we may do some mistake. But the most important thing is to persevere. So, brothers and sisters, I will see you Monday with the solemnity of St. Peter and Paul, with the Rosary, with the solemnity of St. Peter and Paul, and we are going to continue to speak about the mysteries of the Rosary. Courage, God loves you, God loves us very much. Have a blessed night.